life advice. Get some money.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans. Stadium in Houston. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a game that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll drop to throw. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
That's an early score, but if you look positively on either side. From the offensive point of view, it gets establishing as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they're going to give you up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are on the board here first in the season opener. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal. Take it. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're a back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off play action. Jeffers. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rashaan Evans. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll...
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football as the ball recovered to the 20. That Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Jadeveon Clowney wants a member of these Texans there on the stop.
Now, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, how many times have we talked to these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down near the 47. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try and sneak it here, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jeffers. And he finds his target, Ebron. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go to Barkley again. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A good chance this is 4 down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Jeffers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse, and this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Go check. Buffalo 18. Warriors 17.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
18, Pioneers. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Operating from the gun. Jeffers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Lions will take over. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jeffers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. To throw on 3rd down. Jeffers. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Come on.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jeffers. He'll buy some time right.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Looking to throw on second down. Jeffers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
From the 8, it's 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the second quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
Here we go.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it.
Looking to throw. Jeffers. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They're going back to the same well. It's Hawkinson again.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Back to throw again.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And in for the Lions, touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes this 35-0 now.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
He gets it to Crumz. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
Throwing to start the drive. Jeffers. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
The margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
To throw on second down. Jeffers. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be brought down at the 27. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jeffers. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Hurt. Right there, hurt. Ready.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there.
Okay, break. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go, Lee, go.
On fourth down, Jeffers. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Michael Thomas, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw now on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 37.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. One more time with Swift. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. On play action, they'll throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Back in 60.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he will be taken down. And a big pickup there. What's going to be the final? Throwing on first down. Jeffers. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down at the 10-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. If you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Pat the street. Pat the street. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Texans! Juju Smith-Schuster from 10 yards out. And the Texans drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Claybrook's going to bring this one out.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got this, complete to Williams.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
To his running back, Swift on the slant. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, You would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarter.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jeffers, Cooks on the quick slant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. They'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jeffers. He completes it to Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Back to throw. Jeffers. That's caught one more time by Boyd. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe a little bit, there'll be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 75.
And the Texans have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams,
47 yards.
and the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Looking to throw on second down. Jeffers.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jeffers. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Waste of time. Here we go. Jack. Hurt. Left wing 19. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throw left side, complete. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
The city always a little extra excitement for week 1 and one of our early window games
here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth.